LINEST. The LINEST function calculates the statistics for a line by using the least square method to calculate a straight line that fits your data, and then returns an array that describes the line. So we will consider the example of the LINEST. Here you have the multiple linear regression. We have the floor space as x1, office spaces as x2, entrances as x3, age as x4, and the assessed value as y. We'll copy these values and use LINEST. We'll use LINEST in this example. So now that we have the copied, so we have x1, which is for the floor space, x2 for the offices, x3 for the entrance, x4 for the age, and y for the assessed value. And we'll use LINEST equals LINEST data y and data x. And we show the full statistics. So we have 16 outputs. Let's look at the example. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are only 5 outputs. That's because we use Linus here. Instead of true, we use 1 and the data y and then data x. Now, these 5 outputs, this in blue. Yes, we do. We have the 5 outputs. These are in blue, where we have the coefficient B4, 234, standard error B4, 13.26, and the R squared, which is 0.9967, and this one is the F statistics, 459.75, and the regression sum of squares, which is 173 million 1.732 billion. But what we're missing are these outputs. These are missing because only the 5 outputs are present, but there are a total of 16 outputs. In this video, we will calculate each and each output using the matrix solution. As the definition says, that the LINEST function calculates the statistics for a line by using the least square method to calculate a straight line that best fits the dataset, and then returns an array that describes the line, which is this array known as the y hat. So the y hat array that describes the line is equal to the 1 comma x matrix. That's the list matrix times the coefficient matrix, which is b0, b1, b2, b3, b4. So this matrix. We will begin with the 1 comma x matrix. So start with a 1 column and the x values. So x1 column, x2 column, x3 column, and x4 column. So this is equal to array formula of the x values. Now that we have the 1 comma x matrix, we can now enter the P-Gerina inverse, which is min verse M mult transpose of the 1 comma x matrix and itself. Then we enter the Pijarina cofactor matrix, which is M mult transpose of this 1 comma x matrix and the y values. This is the these are the y values. Now that we have the Pijarina inverse and the Pijarina cofactor, we can now calculate the coefficient, which is Pijarina inverse times the Pijarina cofactor, which is M mult of the Pijarina inverse and the Pijarina cofactor. So our B0, B1, B2, B3, B4, which is this, matches to our LINEST output. So this these are coefficient matched to the LINEST output in our coefficients. Now that we have the coefficients, we have both now the 1 comma x matrix and the coefficient, we can now calculate the y hat, which is equal to m mult, the 1 comma x matrix, and the coefficient matrix. Now that we have the y hat and we have the y, we can calculate the residual sum of square, which is equal to sum of squares, or the difference of y and y hat, y and y hat. And this matches to our residual sum of square matches to our LINEST output. Next, we calculate for the degrees of freedom, which is rows minus columns of the 1 comma x matrix, but we start with the rows, which is the population. So the population is rows of the 1 comma x matrix, which is this 11. So we have population of 11. Now we can calculate for the degree of freedom, which is rows minus columns. So rows minus columns of the 1 comma x matrix. That's rows minus columns. 6. Our degrees of freedom match to our LINEST output. Then we calculate for the stay x, which is equal to square root of residual sum of squares divided by degrees of freedom. 970.578 matches to our LINEST output. Now we can calculate for the standard error values of our coefficients, which is this range. So starting with the standard error value of B0, which is equal to stay x times square root of Pijarina 1. And this matches to our LINEST output. Next, we calculate the standard error value of B1, which is again stay x times square root of Pijarina 2. And this matches to our LINEST output. Next, we calculate the standard error value of B2, which is stay x times square root of Pijarina 3. And this matches to our LINEST output. Then the standard error value of B3, this value. So this is equal to stay x times square root of p Jorina 4. 530.669 matches to our LINEST output. And the last is the standard error value of B4, which is stay x times square root of p Jorina 5. 13.268 matches to our LINEST output. Now we can calculate for the regression sum of squares. Regression sum of squares we can be calculated using it is the total sum of squares minus residual sum of square. So let's calculate for the total sum of square. This is equal to n times variance of the population y. So this thing here should be on the left. Now that we have calculated the total sum of squares, we can now calculate the regression sum of square, which is equal to total sum of squares minus residual sum of squares. And 101.732 billion, that 1.7, that is 1.73, this matches to our LINEST output. Then we calculate the F statistics, which is ESS divided by degree of freedom of numerator all over total sum of stay x squared. So we have to calculate the degree of freedom of the numerator, which is columns, the columns of the x, the x values. And this is equal to 4 because we have 4 x values, x1, x2, x3, and x4. Now we can calculate for the F statistics, which is equal to regression sum of square divided by degree of freedom of the numerator divided by stay x squared to the power 2. 459.753 matches to our LINEST output. And last, we calculate for the R squared. This is equal to regression sum of square divided by total sum of square. 0.99674 matches to our LINEST output. This completes the LINEST multiple linear regression. And this is a complete solution of the LINEST. You cannot find this in any other YouTube video.